5 now. If you wish to block any future calls of this nature, dial 7 now. To decline this call.
Hello?
Hello, Anthony Williams. It's good to hear your voice. I'm starting to learn about you, and I'm starting to get a little concerned that we have another innocent man in prison.
Thank you. Good to hear you too, Mr. Davis. I got you and your wife's letter yesterday. I sent you a response. I had my friend that's on my email list. I sent it to her through email for her to send it to your email. So check your email. She probably already sent it to you.
Okay, very good. I'll check it out. And I got your core links as well, and I sent you a couple of core links this morning. But I wanted you to know about us and kind of how we operate, and I wanted everything to be above board. But the more I learn about you, and I think you were exposing fraud in the mortgage area, if I'm not mistaken. But I just want to make sure that your story goes told if you want it to be told, and I want to make sure people know about what's happening to you, and if there's any ways to help, how can they help you? So that's kind of where I'm coming from. But I am glad to hear your voice.
Yeah, I had wrote you back. I don't need any money or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm taken care of on that front. I just basically want people to, be more active in, understanding what's going on, understanding the corruption in the system, what's going on with the judges and the attorneys and, law enforcement. And I was not only exposing just the mortgage fraud, but I was exposing even the fraud just in the criminal justice system itself. With the, prosecutors, a lot of them, they fabricating evidence, taking it to the grand jury, and the grand jury is, issuing indictments based on fabricated information that they received from the prosecutor. And, like even in my case, they didn't even give the grand jury the whole application. They gave them 2 papers out of the application and said, look, he's making a guarantee that he can't make. And I said, listen, the guarantee that I made was for a specific type of client. If they would have showed them the whole application, they would have saw that. I say, but I've never had a complaint from any clients in 17 years. Any client that even after I did the work and won that case, when they asked for a refund, I still gave them their money back.
How long?
You know what I mean? It's
yeah. And what you're talking about, the prosecutors are withholding exculpatory evidence. We see that all the time.
From a federal prison.
We see that all the time, Anthony, and they just operate with immunity. They get away with doing some of the most wicked things, and they never get held accountable. But how long have you been? How long have you been in prison, sir?
Well, it's been 3 years. It'll be continuously in May.
Oh my God!
I was locked up in Florida first because they had the unlicensed practice of law case. I had 2 trials on that one. The first trial was a mistrial. It was a hung jury. 5 of the jurors found me not guilty, and 1 said I was guilty. So the judge declared it a mistrial and ordered me to be retried again. So they retried me again the next month, but they had obviously threatened the jury in the second trial because one of the Caucasian ladies that was on my jury, she told the bailiff, look, I don't want to be on this jury. I'm afraid. I don't like what I see, because they saw what they was trying to do to me. They wouldn't even let me put in the same evidence I put in the first trial. They wouldn't let me ask the same questions to the witnesses I asked in the first trial. And then on the second one, they didn't even put the detective on the stand because I ate him up on the witness stand. So they're like, no, we're not going to put him on the stand so he can do what he did to him in the first trial. So I didn't get anything to put in any of the evidence. All the evidence I put in the first trial, the judge denied me to put him in the second trial.
Wow.
So the jury went back. So he told the lady, like, well, I said, I need you to ask her a question. Did anyone threaten you? And she hesitated. And she looked at the judge, and you could tell she was afraid. And she put her head down, and she's like, no. And he said, so you're okay to stay on the jury then, right? She's like, well, I guess so. He said, okay, go back to the jury room. And then they convicted me in 45 minutes.
Wow.
But in the first trial, it took them 2 days to deliberate to find me, not guilty 5-1. You know what I'm saying? So, and then after I did that, then they arrested me for a traffic violation.
This call is from a federal prison.
Traffic infraction for 8 months. Then while I was there, this one, the federal charge, they brought the federal charge to continuously to hold me, and I've been held since then.
Well, when I look up your name in BOP.gov, if I recall correctly, it says release date unknown. What does that mean?
Right. because they keep pushing off my trial. My trial was supposed to commence again this month on the 25th. Now they done pushed it back another year to January the 21st, 2020 now. This is the 7th time that they've changed my because they don't want to go to trial because they know they're going to lose, because they know I got all the evidence. I got like 30 witnesses, 30 clients of mine that's going to show up and say, this man never told us anything wrong. He never misrepresented anything. He won all our cases. So where did I defraud somebody when I won all their cases?
I completely understand, and the story that you're telling us is very common. I have lost all faith in the criminal justice system, and we want to help get your story out. I got to ask you, because they're going to cut us off. I heard the beep. Are you a follower of Jesus Christ? Not that it matters. If an innocent man is an innocent man, regardless of his religious beliefs. But I just got to ask you if you're a Christian.
Oh yeah. Hold on, I'm almost done. Yeah. I definitely believe in the Savior, but I just call him by his original Hebrew name, Yahshua. Okay, all right. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah, but I've been a minister. I've been a minister for 26 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll talk to you some more about that, but they get ready to do this count. So.
How can I put money on your phone account? I lost him. Okay. Well, we're going to continue to communicate with Anthony Troy Williams. That's our first phone call with Anthony Troy Williams, and my wife brought him to my attention. And this might be our first brother on the front page of yearofjubilee.com, but I'm very concerned that we have yet another a situation where the prosecutors have identified a dissident. They did not give him a fair trial, and they're railroading this man, and they're keeping him in prison as long as they can, just like they do to Mike Parsons, just like they've done to so many others. And this pattern is a pattern that we have seen over and over again, and we know that the primary function of the FBI is to stop political dissidents. And it sounds like Anthony was exposing some fraud they didn't want exposed, and now they've got him in prison where they want him, but we're going to try to get his voice out for as long as God allows. And I pray that you do write Anthony a letter with any questions that you may have. I'm still in the beginning phases, but I'm just seeing a whole lot of commonalities with Anthony and other prisoners that we advocate for. God bless, and please keep these prisoners in your prayers, and please write them encouraging letters. Thank you for your time.